Introduction. A verdict. Overshadowed by rituals, on July 16, 1925, the world watched as Sean Diddy Combs was found guilty on 2 federal counts, transporting individuals across state lines for prostitution. But while many expected a solemn reflection from the public, what unfolded outside the Manhattan courthouse was a grotesque display of glorified abuse. Supporters of the disgraced mogul performed ritualistic celebrations, dousing themselves in baby oil, the same substance referenced repeatedly in graphic court testimony, and mocked survivors with chants and threats. Baby oil and the ritual of celebrity. Worship baby oil was not used symbolically. It was a trigger for survivors and a nod to the freak-offs detailed in court. These were the violent, coercive sex parties involving drugs, minors, and manipulation. Over 1,000 bottles of baby oil were seized from Diddy's estates, and witnesses described how it was applied and reheated in disturbing scenes. Outside the court, supporters turned these horrors into spectacle, spraying oil, stripping, chanting, "I want that baby oil," and creating a public scene that forced riot police intervention. Survivors silenced. Twice those who bravely testified, Cassie, Ventura, Jane, and others, were re-traumatized as their abusers' fans weaponized public space to celebrate pain. Some were overheard making threats more violent than Diddy's own documented corridor assault. Yet no arrests were made. The law was silent. Justice felt mocked, and victims feared once again for their safety. Why bail was denied, and why that matters. In a rare instance of judicial foresight, Diddy was denied bail despite acquittals on major charges. The judge's reasoning remains sealed, but observers believe the volatile behavior of his supporters influenced the decision. These individuals, emboldened by fame, wealth, and ritualistic glorification, posed a genuine threat to public safety, witnesses, and press freedom. Had Diddy walked free, his supporters, already chanting violent slogans and mocking victims, may have escalated. The courtroom may have ended, but the danger hadn't. The denial of bail was, perhaps, the only moment justice extended its hand toward caution. New York's image. Crisis, once celebrated for resilience, New York now grapples with its symbolic alignment to power over principle. Diddy was gifted a key to the city, raising questions about how an empire built on alleged blackmail, sexual exploitation, and underground coercion continues to be celebrated publicly. The baby oil rituals reflected not just fandom, but a possible underground network of performers hoping to be seen, acknowledged, and maybe rewarded by the mogul. In doing so, they may have deepened his guilt and sealed his fate. Supporters created a spectacle that reminded the world of how evil morphs into influence, and how cities sometimes raise banners for the wrong kings. A global appeal to judges. Let evidence prevail. To judges across jurisdictions, this is your call to courage. Each ruling carries the weight of public safety and the restoration of social trust, especially in cases involving ritual abuse, trafficking, and coercion. Your decisions must be grounded in evidence and ethical duty, not celebrity, legacy, or politics. Victims deserve to walk away from courts with healing, not with new scars. Bail decisions must reflect not just procedural risk, but psychological and social realities on the ground. This case showed what can happen when fame meets fanaticism in public spaces. It's time to ensure the law doesn't turn away. Let every judge understand you are the final frontier between justice and injustice. The lives and hopes of survivors rest in your hands. To the world watching, Never let evil become entertainment. The glorification of trauma. The rituals that replay abuse. The silence from systems. We must challenge them all. The Diddy Courthouse spectacle must become a global case study in what happens when fame hijacks justice. The survivors of this case, and cases like it, deserve real protection, not just headlines. To every viewer, activist, journalist, and legal mind, expose these rituals, challenge the silence, and defend the dignity of those who stood up to power. Refs, Daily Mail, LA Bible. The tab, NME USA Today.